Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I hope you had a fantastic week and weekend. I did. I really enjoyed myself, although it is super, super hot down here in Texas. It is burning up. We've been in the triple digits for the past month and a half. Well, actually all summer with minimum to no rain. I mean, we are really catching it down here. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about womanhood. Classy tips that my mom gave me concerning a woman, and these tips I have really lived by and found to be timeless. They still hold weight, even though we're living in a time where you don't see it as much, but it's definitely needed, because I really think the lack of training has really become obsolete in a lot of households regarding on teaching our young ladies to be conservative, and having integrity, being, modesty in their wardrobe, and just all the way around. Okay, and this video is not to judge. It's just some things my mom taught me coming up, from a child to womanhood. She addressed and said every woman should live by these, just requirements, to embrace being a lady, a classy lady, if you will. But anyway, I'm going to start with number one. Number one is, my mom said, always have your own. She said, always have your own. She said, I don't care if it's a part-time job. She said, I don't care if the car is old and outdated. She said, I don't care if your apartment's not fancy. She said, always have your own. Always have your own. She said, it's very attractive when a woman has her own. It don't have to be much, but it's yours. You own it. You're not dependent. You're not begging. You're not out here doing extracurricular activities to get things done. And that's not to judge the woman who is. Okay? Everybody's situation and circumstances is different. And sometimes, what we come up in, we choose what we know. So that's not to judge any woman who's doing anything outside of what some would feel is a high standard to get things done, okay? But anyway, my mom said, you should always have your own. Have your own, because that's very appealing for a woman to have her own, okay? Number two, she said, always keep a clean house. She said, always keep your house clean. It's a reflection of who you are. Always keep your house clean, not because company's coming over or you trying to impress whoever, or just to make a statement, just for any vain reason. She said, don't do it. Just do it, because, it's a reflection of you. You want your house to be clean. And if you're dating a man and you guys are involved and he comes to your house and he sees your house not so clean, it's like going, oh my God, how men think, their mind is really oh my God, this attractive woman, or I'm really into her, but her house is nasty. That's kind of like a negative for that man. He may sleep with you, but he's going to look at your house and be like, oh no, I don't know if I can get with this. Okay? So she said, always keep your house clean. Keep a clean house. A clean house. Number three, she says, compliments. She said, take it as a grain of salt. When a man compliments you, take it as a grain of salt, because he has told 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 other women the same exact thing. And come on, guys, we know it's the truth, because look at social media all over the platforms, from Instagrams, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. They are saying the same thing they said to you, to other women. I hate to say this, a lot of us want to feel it, but it's not like you're special. It's just they see a beautiful face, a beautiful body, you know what I'm saying, a nice body, and they just lose their mind, and they just want some attention, or they feel compelled to say something to you. Okay, and then a lot of times they use it as a bait to will you in, because women love compliments, we love words, and so some men over flatter you with compliments, but again, you have to know who you are without the compliments, meaning that when they do it, it won't move you. You appreciate it, but you won't be moved by it, okay, or gullible by it, okay? Well, my mom said, take it as a grain of salt, because and she said, learn and know who you are, because they're telling other women the same thing, they and it's true, guys. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. They just said it to about 1,000 other women, hey, beautiful, good morning, beautiful, thanks for the ad, beautiful, oh, you're so sexy. I mean, just saying all these words, we like it, but you know what, it's like whatever, because you saying it to this person and this person too, okay? So don't get like throwed, or just really take it to heart. Just appreciate and move on, and just know that with or without the compliments, you are who you are, okay? Because God told you was beautiful, okay? So number 3 was like, the compliments, take it as a grain of salt. Also, she said, number 4, have your own money. Have your own money. Again, it doesn't have to be a lot. When this day and time, everybody trying to be the millionaire. Everybody ain't gonna be no millionaire. That's just the truth. It's not going to happen. Everybody's not going to be a millionaire. But just with that said, she said, always have your own money. Don't be looking to a man to do this, to do that for you. Always have your own, because when they start acting up, you get in a relationship with them and you solely dependent on him, and that man like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and he walk out, and now you sit up there looking, silly, because he paid all the bills, he took care of everything financially, and you don't have anything, and he leaves you in a vulnerable state. So we don't want to do that, okay? We want to have our own. We want to have our own. Even if he is paying all the bills and he has the larger amount of income, coming in, still, sis, find something constructive, to do, Walmart, a little part-time job, whatever you want to do, just find some a way where you have your own income, and while you with that, save and invest it. Don't just be spending it because like he telling you ain't gotta pay no bills, I'll pay, and you just do what you want with your paycheck. Baby, don't do that. You can spend and have a little fun with it, but be building and putting away some money in case something happens. So you won't be out there struggling or vulnerable, or the matter, if the relationship turns sour and he becomes abusive, you'll have means, and resources to get out of it instead of staying in it, okay? You don't want to be caught, in those situations like that where you're feeling stuck because, you don't have the money. But put your money up in the stock markets, invest it somewhere where it's multiplying and gaining interest, and it's coming back to you. Don't just spend it all on these bags and purses and outfits and wigs and stuff like that. Put your money to work, okay? The little money that he's telling you, or your paycheck, whatever he's saying you can keep, invested, baby. Don't put yourself in that predicament where you solely depend on the man. The only person you should depend solely on is God. He's the only one we should have 100% soul dependency on, okay? Not man. And I don't care how much he loves you. Just be careful and look out for yourself, okay? Be careful and look out for yourself. So, number 4 is have your own money. Have your own money. Again, it can be a Walmart check, it can be a Target check. It can go a long way if you know how to manage it, if you know how to invest it, okay? Don't look at the size of it, it's how you manage it, all right? Because, a little makes a lot. Again, we serve a God who is specialized in using small details and multiplying, okay? So just be mindful of that. Just have your own money. Just have your own money. Don't be so dependent on him. Have your own money, okay? Number 5, if you have children, from a previous relationship, make sure your children are well kept. Because if you're dating and this man looking at your kids and they're raggedy and you neat, that is a major turn off for a man, a real man anyway, okay? They're going to look at your children. They're going to look at how you keep your house. They're going to look at how well behaved your children are. That's another plus for them too, because a lot of men, especially if they are serious and they have like a certain standard, they're going to look at how behaved those children are, because they're not ready to take on no headache. They're not ready to take on, it's not like they don't want a woman with children. It's the fact that your children are not behaved. They're not respectful. And a lot of men, like, I'm not going to put up with this. If he taking care of you and he want to take care of you, or want to put you and your kids up in a nice home, just really set your life up really nice, like upgrade, girl, he's not going to deal with no unruly, bad children. Okay, so be mindful of that. Make sure your kids are well kept, just like you are. You all fixed up, and then he see your children, they raggedy, get on, dirty clothes and stuff like that, or worn out looking clothes, and you all fixed up with these $300 wigs on and nails and all, and your kids, dirty or not kept, and your house is nasty, girl. That man, all he gonna do is screw you and bring you to the side and go to the next woman. He'll sleep with you, but you're not gonna be the one for him. Okay, so they pay attention to stuff like that. And so if you have children, make sure your children are well kept, just like you are, okay? And no, they don't have to be name brand clothes. I don't know why people feel like name brand clothes are the go-to, honey. Target, Walmart, Ross, Marshalls, TJ Maxx. Those stores have some beautiful, beautiful clothes, period. Not just for children, but for everyone, and their quality too. All right, so there are inexpensive ways to dress your children, okay? So don't be worried about name brand and all that, but just make sure your kids are like well kept and well behaved. Train them. Don't wait till you get out in public and try to train your kids. Train them at home, so when you get out, before, general population, you're not embarrassed, okay? Just keep that in mind. Make sure your kids are well kept. Let's see, number 6, your attitude. This one right here. Ooh, we this neck popping generation. Let me tell you something. I got one too. When you make me mad, I'm not gonna sit here and be hypocritical and self-righteous, because when you cross me, you're gonna get some little attitude from me. But just as a whole, this neck popping and cussing and all this very aggressive attitude, that maybe works for some men, but some, maybe like a weaker man, kind of like they love domineering women. They probably enjoy that. But if you want a more leading man, he ain't going, and it's very unattractive. It's unattractive to be loud. It's very unattractive to be, domineering like that. It just is not appealing, because strong-willed men are men who have a very protecting, leading type spirit. They don't like women like that. They want their women to be a little more quieter. Not saying to be a doorman. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, have some self-control, and where it's not making them look bad. He wants you to kind of like control that and not be so sharp-tongued. And now, if this man disrespecting you and talking to you crazy, honey, all bets are off. That's me. I said, I'm going to be that until you try to make me look like a fool. I said, no, okay, that's when the all bets are off, and I'm going in. I don't care who we around, because you're not going to talk to me crazy. I'm not going to wait till we get home, because if you're embarrassing me out in public, I'm going to do it to you. That's when it's like, no, it's not going to be that. Just be quiet and wait. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. That's what it's like. Okay, now you abuse your authority. And that's not intended, and God did not intend for you to do that. He did not give men authority and to be headship to abuse women when he wants to any given time. That's wrong. But and I'm gonna set you straight, and I have done it before, and I will continue to do it. But all around, a more peaceful, doting woman, in public is very attractive, and a lot of men prefer that. So I'm just saying, if it's no reason to do it, kind of be mindful of your attitude and how you speak to him. Just in the same way for him, he has to respect you too. Now, I'm not saying he talk to you crazy and you just take it. No, I'm just saying, like, just in general, kind of be mindful of, your attitude, kind of like calm down a little bit, and just handle yourself a little bit more ladylike, if you will. Okay, so there was 6 or 7 with the attitude. I keep forgetting these numbers and stuff. Just flow with me, guys. But anyway, that was 6 or 7. And then she said, oh my God, my brain froze. I think those were it. Right now, I have a brain freeze. And some told me to write it down. But if I remember any other ones, I'll just do a part 2 of this. But those were the main things she said to me. Oh, there it is. They popped in my head, y'all. The weight issue, your physique. She did tell me to maintain a reasonable size. I am a full-figure woman. I am a size 12, 14, and that's full figure, this day and time, that ain't even big. Well, you know how America, they call it big, so I'm what you call medium. I'm a 12, 14. I wear like a large and extra large. Some large is extra large, whatever. I'm in that size range, and I'm 5'1", and my mom said, keep your weight down. And I understand that, this time we're living in, everything is acceptable. And that's to each his own, But look at it from a perspective, look at it from an angle of your health. Consider your health, not just, your size, but your health. Not saying that overweight or plus size people, or women rather, are unhealthy, because you have people who are small who are unhealthy as well. But just, don't let that still not be the reason you keep your weight at a minimum, size 16, in my opinion, and not judging anyone over that size 16 is like, to me, and is like reasonable, because it's like kind of like chubby, it's like a chubby person. Even if you're short, it's still considered kind of, like chubby. If you're tall, of course, it's going to look small because you have all that height. But, that's more like what I call a sensible, size. If you are a person like myself that carries some weight. And just, beyond that, just look at it from a healthy perspective. Just keep yourself physically in shape. Active, that's another thing that's part of womanhood is taking care of yourself. Oh, and of course the man should too, because we have some men out here whose stomach just, just looking like they pregnant, right? So I'm like, come on now, it can't just be on women, but how society is so hard on women than they are men when it comes to weight. It's sad it's like that, but I don't care. I feel like you both should put effort in your physique, your fitness, your health, and all that. But she said that's one of the requirements is to keep your weight down, manage your weight, to keep yourself looking good, your appearance, your hair, your nails, your toes, your feet, keep yourself, managed well, because that's the first thing men look at, she said, was your hair, your feet, and your hands. They look at that, your teeth, all of that, because men are very visual. So your appearance should be, very on point. You don't have to be labeled like name brand, but just, presentable, conservative, but yet leaving some sex appeal. You don't have to show everything, but just, enough just to, leave some room to imagination. Make sure your hygiene is on point. You bathing, over showering. And if you shower, that's fine. But I like to take baths. But anyway, but your hygiene should be on point. That's all of that is included with your appearance. Your weight, your hair, your toes, your feet, your hair. Your hygiene. Your attire. All of this under the umbrella of your appearance, and your, just your physique, just everything as well as your appearance. She said, keep your appearance, on point, because men are very, very visual. And with you having a nice and pleasant attitude and educated, and your house is clean and your children well behaved, all of that wraps into like what she taught me, what I see as a classy, valuable woman. Okay, because you applying these things really is a reflection of you and how you feel about yourself. It's like your standards. And when men meet you, they judge you by that. They're going to judge you by the things that I just named off to you. And they're timeless. And here it is, 2023. If you talk to any man, regardless of what race, culture, and just ask him and just give him the tips that I gave you, I guarantee he'll be like, yeah, that's wife material. I'm telling you guys, that's wife material. Yeah. Oh yeah. And she said, learn how to cook too. You don't have to be a gourmet cook. And I'm telling you, you practice make perfect. Just go to YouTube and Google. They have all kind of recipes on there, baby. I mean, so simple. I mean, that any woman, any person can do. I mean, even for a man, it just very kid friendly. You can teach your children to do it, but just learn how to cook. And just jazz it up how you want it. Practice make perfect. But anyway, these are tips that my mom gave me, in regards to a classy lady or requirements of a woman and all that. It's simple. It ain't nothing hard. It's just it's what the average man look for. Any real man anyway. And make sure that he's giving the same to you. Don't ever let it be one-sided. Make sure this man is showing himself as well, has to be a protector, provider, a lead, and there for you as a husband. Even before he marries you, let it be, exemplified and shown while you're dating. If he's not showing any of those signs while you're dating, babe, I don't know. I'm just saying, rethink it. Don't rush into that. Okay, if you giving your 100, these are your values and your standards, and you consistently, operate in them, and he's not reciprocating it back, I'm just saying, think again. Okay, think again on it, and don't let your emotions overtake what's logically in front of you. Okay, so just calm down and just really pay attention to the red flags. All right, because you don't want to give yourself away to a man who's not ready to appreciate these standards that's in you. You don't want to do that, because they're gonna break you, baby. Okay, so just be mindful of that. But anyway, these are the things that my mom taught me growing up, from a child, and here I am as a woman, and I'm telling you, every man I dated, even being married to, they all said that I was rare. As in, they never had a woman like me, and they appreciate the values they had in me. And I said, well, my mom taught me. I said, well, my mom didn't teach me, the Father in heaven taught me. And truth be told, she taught me everything. Even though God is the same standards as the Holy Spirit, my mom already had instilled in me a lot of the values God has, he wants instilled in the woman. It's just some women have to find their value. Their value is not in your butt. It's not in these things that you see presented on social media, the media. He said, that's not your value. Your value comes from me. Again, I think I mentioned in the other video, when Jesus died on the cross, that's when he gave you value, But the world has defined women value as vain, narcissistic behavior and stuff. So that's not it. What I gave you, the tips I've given you, that's part of your value, okay? And when you carry yourself in that manner, men, real men, notice that, and they're drawn to you. I don't care if it's 1,000 women in that room. When you're living by these standards that I gave you, and you start adopting this behavior, you're going to be like the thumb. You're going to be like the needle in the haystack. You're going to be so unique. It's something in a man that God put there divinely. He's going to be drawn to you. Not just one. It's going to be a lot of them drawn to you, and they just they're going to want to take care of you, because they see so much value in you, because you have so much value in yourself. Okay. And I'm just speaking from my own experience. I have a lot of men come at me. I have a lot of men offer to do things for me that I don't even ask them for. It's just they want to do it. Do I take it? No, I don't take it. No, I don't take it. I appreciate it, but, I'm not that type of woman. I'm not caught up in there. I just no, I'm not interested or something like that. But I do appreciate the positive attention that I do get, and they always say you always classy. You always smell good. My mom, that's another thing my mom said, I always keep some perfume or some on you. Even go to bed with it on. Just keep yourself smelling good at all times. After your bath, after a long day, take another bath. Just make sure you always fresh and have a nice smell on you. And so, because men love that. Okay. She said that. But anyway, how I carry myself, I get a lot of compliments on how I carry myself, and then how I present myself on social media, which is not fake. Who I am on social media is who I am in person. So I'm always a lady. So men are drawn to that. I'm going to use an example. Look at Margie and Steve Harvey. Okay, Margie. She has a history, and people love to throw up your history because they're jealous of her. She's beautiful. She paid, she has a man who loves her. Just a lot of things that a lot of women want, okay? But look at how she carries herself. Not just with her style, it's her integrity, it's her womanhood. She's sexy, but she's not provocative. She leaves a room to the imagination. And Steve just be drooling he's so in love with her. I said, that's how the average man act when a woman carry herself like that. The way Margie carries herself, everything that I name, that's Margie. And it's a lot of other women. That's me. And that's all I'm really implementing in this podcast. Just start adopting some new behaviors. There's nothing wrong with being a submissive, doting wife. And when that man is treating you right and treating you well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, this new ideology of womanhood is not good. It's not a good representation of womanhood at all. I understand that we're tired of being dogged out and mistreated and underappreciated. I get it, because I've been done the same way. Because it was some men that I probably dated and see my value, but I cut them loose though. I didn't stay with it. I didn't make excuses for them. But anyway, just because someone didn't treat you right or whatever, don't let them rob you of who you are. Don't let bad relationships make you bitter and angry and hard and aggressive. Don't do that. Don't take that on. Just forgive, release. Forgive yourself for allowing it to happen, because we make mistakes. We make bad decisions with the wrong people. Okay, it happens. But with all that being said, don't let it change you. Still be that woman. Still be that lady. Still be that classy lady with her own integrity, educated. She have her own money. If it's just, like I said, Walmart or Fred's or the dollar store, I don't care where you working at, but it's yours, okay? I don't care what kind of furniture you have or car you're driving. It's yours. You ain't asking nobody for nothing. You just holding your own. You taking care of your kids, okay? So just be that woman and just build off of that. Keep educating yourself. Keep evolving. Keep becoming better and better. And as I use Margie as a example, I just look at how she carries herself. But beyond her beauty and her fashion, it's who she is as a person. That's who Steve in love with. The outer appearance is just a plus, okay? So I just use her as an example because most people know her. Okay, no one knows my mom, but they know Margie. And women like her, like even Gail and Oprah, Michelle Obama. People like that, women like that. They just have a grace about themselves. They just have an integrity and a standard about themselves. So just women in that caliber, that's like the value of a woman. It really is. It really is the value of a woman. And this is not the shame to put anyone down, so please do not take my content, take it out of context. I mean, take it wrong. I'm trying to say it correctly because I'm still waking up. Y'all, please forgive me. Out of context is what I'm trying to say. Don't take what I'm saying out of context, because I'm not judging anyone. And everybody's so offensive nowadays and hear things the wrong way. I'm just saying those, in my opinion, say it like that, is what I call value of a woman. It's not twerking, it's not doing all these things where it's demeaning you, where you're over sexualized, if you will, but just knowing yourself enough and valuing yourself enough not to do that. Okay, let me value myself in this way. Let me be educated and cover up, leaving some room to imagination. I'm gonna be sexy, but I'll be classy with it. Excuse me. I'm gonna have a standard. I'm gonna value myself enough to know I don't have to wear tight, provocative clothes, to prove that I'm confident about myself. Okay. So there are just different ways to do it. I'm just trying to teach you a more conservative, respectful way to do it. Okay. So I hope you guys are blessed by this. I hope you guys are enlightened, encouraged, motivated, and I hope you guys listen to it in its entirety. And leave some positive feedback, if it's something that stood out to you, or if you have any questions, I'll be sure to answer it. If it's respectable, if it's like some bad, feedback, I'm going to remove it and just get rid of you, because I don't do that over here. I do not go back and forth with nobody. I don't do it, I'm just not going to put up with it. But if you have anything positive to say, or if you have some questions, to elaborate more on the things I mentioned, let's go for it. Let's start a conversation, just the ball rolling. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining my channel, for those who have joined, and I hope that you stick around. It's more to come. This is going to be a really fun channel, guys. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. I'm just starting, and no, it's not perfect, but as I progress more into learning, getting acclimated to YouTube, it's going to just turn into something really great. Okay. But anyway, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next time. Keep it classy. Bye.